Thank you all for coming. My name is Eric Schmidt, President of the Fresno Deputy Sheriff's Association here, supporting Senate Bill 957, authored by Senator Andy Vidak and supported by Assemblyman Jim Patterson. Both are going to speak on this bill today, and with us we have both Assemblyman Patterson, Senator Vidak, Fresno District Attorney Egan, Kings County District Attorney Strickland, Clovis Chief Vaskell, and DA Investigators Chief Brian Davis. We look at this bill as it's a sentencing bill, just so giving a quick brief, it's a sentencing bill. We look at it as a patchwork to AB 109, enacted into law in 2011, which is handcuffing us in regards to arresting criminals and putting them behind bars, keeping them behind bars. So there are some creative ideas that both Senator and Assemblyman have put their heads together and thought of, and they're rolling them out in this bill. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Assemblyman Jim Patterson to start giving a little bit of a better idea of what this is.
Great. Thank you, Eric. First of all, thanks to everybody for being here. We really appreciate this. Nothing is more important than public safety, and government is fundamentally organized in order to see to it that the public is safe. As has been mentioned, the state of California has put into effect some realignment and some policies and decisions that have really, in our judgment, made things worse, not better, and we are trying to do something about it. Simply stated, right now, criminals who deserve and get a 10-year sentence or more and should be serving that term in state prison are offloaded to the county jails. Our county jails are not equipped, they're not prepared to receive and keep people for 10 years or longer. They are serious offenders. And beyond that, because of the overcrowding and the like, oftentimes these criminals, instead of serving their 10 or 12 or 15 years, their sentences are often cut in half or even beyond, and they're back out on the street. We think there is a simple way of closing that loophole and preventing these kinds of things from happening in the future. And that is SB 957. I want to thank the people who are here, the district attorney from Kings County, our Fresno County district attorney. Thank Andy Vidak for taking leadership in this as well, and for the Clovis police chief here, the deputy sheriffs who have to go on the front lines each and every day and deal with what has become, in the state of California, we now have a revolving door, get out of jail free policy. It wasn't intended to be like this. The effects are such that we are seeing spikes in crime, and we are seeing real serious difficulty in making sure that high-rate reoffenders at high levels of criminal behavior are found, caught, put away, and they stay behind bars in the state prison so that they are not out on the street committing the crimes again. We think this is a good fix to a bad idea, and we are going to be asking the state legislature, we're going to be asking the committees that will hear this, and we will eventually ask the governor, please pass, sign, and put into law SB 957. People will be safer. Criminals who deserve to spend time in state prison will do so. Our county jails will not have to take these prisoners for a long period of time in circumstances they're not prepared for, nor will we be faced with the real problem of cutting these sentences so far down below anything common sense that the basic signal we send to criminals in California is it's catch and release and it's get out of jail free. That is not a deterrent, it's an invitation to do more crime. With that, I appreciate the chance of being here and joining with Senator Andy Vidak. We have welcomed Senator Vidak to the state capitol. He has quickly demonstrated his skill and leadership, and it is a delight for me to introduce Andy Vidak, our state senator, with some remarks. Senator Vidak.
Good afternoon, and thanks for coming. While this bill does not address the many issues associated with realignment, Senate Bill 957 will ensure that our county jails are not being overcrowded and filled by long-term offenders who are serving sentences that exceed 10 years. This issue came to my attention from my own Kings County District Attorney, Greg Strickland. It was a direct response to a case that he's working on right now. And in a few minutes, he'll provide some details on that case. But the bottom line is this: if you commit a major crime, you're going to do the time, but in prison. Thank you.
Next, our Fresno County District Attorney, Elizabeth Egan. We appreciate her leadership, all the hard work over the years that she has put into helping Fresno County.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Elizabeth Egan, Fresno County DA. Realignment and AB 109 came in, and there were just wholesale changes in the criminal justice system. The vast majority of crimes in the penal code are not eligible to serve time in state prison once you're convicted on those. So we have those offenders here. And then we have offenders serving time. In Fresno County, we currently have 3 defendants, 3 convicted felons serving over 10 years in the Fresno County Jail. One is 19 years, one is 16, and one is 18. Our facilities weren't built for long-term incarceration like that, and we're seeing lawsuits based on that. And laws, one of the tenets of conviction and sentencing is punishment and deterrence. And when we can't keep people in the local jail, there's no deterrent effect. And in fact, the 3 people that are serving over 10 years in our jail are serial felon, repeat offenders, identity theft, drugs, and when they're out, they're committing crimes. And keeping someone in the jail for that length of time means there are many, many other felons who will be released, just simply on the overcrowding in the jail. So I want to thank Senator Vidak and Assemblyman Patterson for addressing this, for taking a scalpel to this law and starting to make the changes that need to happen to keep our communities safe. So if there's any questions afterwards, I'll be happy to answer. Thank you.
Next, Kings County District Attorney Greg Strickland. Thank you, sir, for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you. Good afternoon. I'm Greg Strickland. I'm the District Attorney of Kings County. I want to thank Andy and Jim. They're true friends of law enforcement. And we're here because of Rando Allison. Let me tell you about the case. Biggest drug bust in Kings County. Over approximately 200 pounds of cocaine out of I-5. $2.3 million worth of cocaine. He's looking at about 28, 29 years in state prison. But he's a non under realignment. That means he doesn't go to state prison. That means we have to keep him in our county jail for 28 years. Instead of 28 years, the judge gives him 5. Split sentence. That's not what the legislature dictated in this kind of crime with that kind of enhancement. This is a major player with a major amount of narcotics, and he got a sweet deal, very sweet, for 5 years instead of 28. And the rest of the time he'll be out supposedly under supervision. So I really thank Andy and Jim for bringing this bill forward. We can't house that kind of person in the Kings County Jail, and that's why the judge did it. I disagree with what the judge did, but that's why he did it. Right now, I have a person that's doing 16 years in the Kings County Jail for the same thing, narcotics, major player. So I would really ask everybody to come together on this. Support law enforcement and public safety, which is #1 in Kings County, and I know #1 in Fresno County. And let's keep these guys in custody, because this guy, when he gets back out, you know what his business is. It's transporting and sale of dope. Thank you.
Thank you. Our Clovis Police Chief is here as well, and I just wanted to say thank you for being here and for supporting this. It means a lot. We're going to open this to questions in just a minute. Let me close with this. You see here leaders from Fresno and Kings County. There is a rising tide of concern over catch and release and this continuous release of prisoners. Our constituents and the people we represent are telling us every time we meet them that they are more and more concerned about the rising crime rates and the effect that it's having every day in their lives. the concern about car thefts and carjacking, the concern about gang members and drug dealers who should be put away so they can't hurt us anymore are on the street doing it over and over again. Those are real concerns. This rising tide has been significantly felt up and down the state of California. So it is not just Central California, Kings and Fresno County. To that end, we expect good numbers of legislators up and down the state who are experiencing similar kinds of difficulties to be open and ready to support the bill. We think there's a good possibility. And also, it is coming, this has come to the attention of Governor Brown. We believe that he has made some indications with respect to the May revise that he understands the concern and may come close to supporting from the executive the ingredients that's in the bill. We hope that is the case. And so we're asking for support from the governor and from others in the legislature and from residents up and down the state of California. We encourage the governor to help us pass the legislation. We would ask him to encourage the committees to pass favorably on it, and we would ask that when this bill comes before him that he would sign it. We think we can all be on the same page, and we are beginning with this bill to start to write that page.